Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing really well. It's officially December, guys, and I'm going to be trying out different recipes for you this month, and I really hope you enjoy them. We are kicking it off with some homemade mince pies. Look at those. I've literally just made these today and they turned out perfect, so no more buying them from the supermarkets. They are so easy to make at home. They don't really take much time and you only need a few ingredients. So I'm going to be sharing this recipe with you now. Make sure you try it out. Let me know down below if you enjoy it, and I will see you all at the end. So to a large bowl, I'm adding in 175 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of caster sugar and 115 grams of softened butter. I've just left this at room temperature so it is nice and soft. And all you want to do is rub the ingredients in between your fingers and just crumble everything together. So the longer you start to bring these ingredients together, you'll see that it will eventually form a nice dough like so. So once you have a nice dough, you want to chill this in the fridge for around 20 minutes. So I'm just going to wrap it in some cling film and then I'll come back in 20 minutes after it's been chilling. So I've just taken my dough out of the fridge and it's nice and cool. So I'm just going to take it out of the cling film and I'm going to start by flouring my surface. So what we're going to do is roll this dough out. You want to be super careful because it is a short crust pastry and it can literally crumble and fall apart really easily. So just take your time with it, be really patient as well, roll it out nice and thin. So I'm going to be baking the mince pies in a cupcake tin like this one. So I'm going to be using a cookie cutter to cut out the pastry, and you just want one that is slightly bigger. So I'm just going to cut out 6 of these, and then with any sort of leftover pastry you just kind of want to roll it up into a bowl and you want to pop that aside because you will be needing that to create some lids for your mince pies. So I'm just going to scrunch it all together and just leave that to one side. Now we're going to start popping our little pastries into the cupcake tin. So this bit can be quite tricky. Sometimes the pastry does start to crack. If there's small cracks in the bottom, don't worry too much about it. But of course, if it rips all the way through, you might need to roll it out again. But I'm just very carefully popping them into each one. And I'm just gently pressing it down on the sides to kind of keep the shape. So I've got all of them done now, and with the remaining pastry dough I am just rolling that out because we are going to cut out some lids. So I had 2 different sizes of cookie cutters and I wasn't sure which one would be best, so I just tried out one of each just to see which one fits best. So I'm doing one that's slightly bigger, and then as you can see the one on the right is a little bit smaller, and I'm just going to show you now how they fit. So I'm going to grab my little cases and I'm just going to pop the lid on. So this is the larger one and I find that it fits so much better than the smaller one. The smaller one was kind of just falling straight in, so I ended up going with the one on the left, which is like the medium size. So for the filling, I got this jar of mincemeat. I got mine in Asda, but you can find it in so many supermarkets at the moment, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to take a generous tablespoon and pop it into each one like so. You know by now I do not like a little bit of filling. I like lots and lots of filling. So I'm going to be super generous and fill them all nicely to the top. By the way, I'm also keeping these mince pies super simple. You can add so many other things into these if you like, but like I said, I'm keeping it nice and simple and it's just like a traditional mince pie recipe. So I'm going to fill them all and then I'm going to pop on the little lids, and then I just press down all around the edges to make sure that the pastry top was nice and sealed so it doesn't come undone. And I'm just going to continue to do this with all of the others. And again, if you want to sprinkle anything over the top, you can do. A lot of people like to make a crumble top as well. You can cut them out into different shapes if you like. I mean, it's your mince pie, do whatever you like, but I just stuck with simple ones for today. And then I took a fork and I just pierced a few holes in the top, just some steam holes. And then finally we are just going to grab an egg. I've just beat it, so we've got some egg wash, and I'm going to brush that over the top of the mince pies. This is just going to give it a really nice golden top, and it adds a little bit of shine to them as well, which I like the way that they turn out. So I'm going to brush them nicely, and then here they are ready to be baked in my Hysapientia air fry oven. So I just popped these in the middle shelf, and for the settings I stuck with the first preset function. I think it's the bread icon. I just turned the temperature down to 180 degrees Celsius, and for the time I just increased it to 15 minutes, and it was a perfect settings for the mince pies. And here is what they looked like once they had finished baking in the air fry oven. Super nice and golden brown on the top. I did just loosen them up slightly so that they don't stick, and then once they cooled a little bit I just popped them onto this wooden platter, and I also wanted to dust them with a little bit of icing sugar. This bit is completely optional, but honestly this is how they turned out. As you can see, they look so beautiful. They just look delicious, and if you are a fan of mince pies, you really need to try out this recipe because it could not get any easier. They were so good and so quick to make, so try this recipe out. So there you go guys, that is how you can make your own mince pies at home, and I'm sure you just saw, but look at those. They honestly look so good and they taste amazing. So make sure you try this recipe out. You probably won't want to buy them from the supermarket ever again. And yeah, they didn't take much time, and they were pretty fun to make as well. Next time I think I might get my kids involved because it is an easy recipe and kids always love to help out in the kitchen. So make sure you try it out. Let me know down below how you liked it, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care, bye.